Cybernation Uncensored.
The poster girl for Special Olympics. Poster girl for Special Olympics. Hey everyone, I'm Raven. Tonight I'll be playing the very handy capable Camacho, the Merc Survivor. You can catch me all over the internet at Doña Tracy Cuervo. Be on the lookout for my Hide Riders campaign. It's should be starting up fairly soon. I'm finishing up some stuff with my update, and I'm excited to bring it to you guys. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am John. You can tonight I will be playing your neurotic little nurse handybot Minsky. You can find me over on the Cybernation Uncensored Discord as Johnny Drop, and you can find me here almost every Friday. Other Sandman 3096 in the chat. I also have a SoundCloud over at Arkson if you'd like to check that out.
New music?
Not yet.
Hi, I'm Tracy, or Steampunk 007. I play Xiao, your teenage impulsive ghoul who might get a hand chopped off. Who knows? I don't know how they deal with thieves, but we'll find out. Hopefully. But, yeah. So you can catch me on Discord or Twitter as Steampunk 007.
Watch, that's what they heard. Hey everyone, I am Violent Neon. You can find me here it's Friday, right? Yeah, every Friday as Murphy, the wandering wasteland nomad who's from the States and has no idea how he's in Taiwan, or if he's even really into one. He's still debating that. And when not on Friday, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon.
All right. So, while Cap's trying to fix his audio, I am going to do our intro. Xiao's diet.
Too much
Yeah, and Cap's gonna try to mess me up while I do this. So, dear diary, today Murphy and me go sneaking to see why there be smokes by our houses. We finding a super huge gross slime monster. We run real fast to Camacho and Mensky. Camacho am so smart. She threw the mine down and run. Stupid big dummy head chaser stepped on it and boom! Slimy splat all over. Minsky doctored me meat leg and mechanic Camacho metal leg. He's so good at doctoring. I got some bestest friends. Murphy helps find the funds. Camacho be so clever and ruthless, and Minsky's a super doctor. We get to Jilly fast, and then I see Kai, the cutest ghoul guard ever. He say things, but I not heard nothing. I wondering how old he be. Are he married? Do he like girly ghouls? And Jilly, them's all do the prey thing all together. If them selling stuff guys go praying, then them stuff be all alone. Diary, today us gonna be having fun in June.
Success. Okay.
Are you talking, Cap?
Yes, I am now talking.
Thievery, I tell you, thievery.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, can you hear me out there? Yeah, it's Cap. Thank you, Vampire. Okay. For some reason, OBS listed my sound input as quote-unquote default instead of microphone. Whatever the fuck that means. So yeah, now y'all can hear the sound of my sultry voice. And that's our stream. Goodbye, folks. See you next week. Yep, okay, bye everybody. Let's go to our logo and... no, I'm just kidding. All right, so where all of our players are at right now is that we are dealing with this situation over in Jili, which is a small town in central Taiwan. I'm going to bring up our map for our wonderful audience to see. And let's zoom in a wee bit. Okay, so our group is over in Jili, and they have discovered that this town is centered around a absolutely massive temple that Jili has always been famous for in the past. And it is still being used even in this post-apocalyptic aftermath. The group has been tasked to go talk to the lead person there, who they've discovered is leading worship at the temple at this very moment. And pretty much the entire town has gone over to this temple to begin their prayers as a massive group, which gives our wonderful players here a little bit of time to do whatever it is that they want to get themselves up to. Otherwise, they can wait for their prayers to end, and they can go talk to the leader of the local cult, who is named... oh, not Meredith. Where was her name? Oh, yeah, Meredith. Okay, so, you folks have a little bit of time here in the town. Most of the folks have gone. There's still a couple of shop owners there, most likely traders from outside of the town. Otherwise, you can wait for the prayer section to be over. What would you like to do?
Okay,
Yeah,
so there are
Minsky's-
still people out here.
There are some, yes.
So it would probably not be the best idea to take from the lot. I'm not going to stop you if that's what you want to do, but I think it would be ill-advised because there are still eyes here.
Yeah, Minsky's new modus operandi and new humanoid type obsession is taking care of Hansel, his new little poochie. So Minsky's definitely looking for like a nice shaded area because it's quite hot out today to just kind of post up with him.
All right, so Minsky, you're going to go and try to find a place to settle down. We've got Murphy, who is trepidatious about going around and stealing stuff. Meredith, does she give a combat dildo as a quest reward? We haven't gotten there yet. Come on. Patience is a virtue, vampire.
Come on, we don't even know her yet.
We haven't even had the cutscene yet. Goodness gracious.
My
So-
goodness.
What are the rest of you doing? We've got Murphy being trepidatious. We've got Minsky looking for some shade.
Kamasha, there's not that many people watching. There's stuff over there. Think we should help them out with their stuff? They look like they have too much.
We can test and see how many people's paying attention. I'll play.
All right.
Tell you what, you see what you can get. I will look. Play lookout for you.
Tell you what. How about you play lookout? You be the filthy little thief that you're going to be, because we can't talk you out of it. And I'll go see if I can converse some of the traders and have them look in the other direction.
Do you really think I'm filthy?
We're
They
all
have
filthy.
bats here? Ooh,
We're all filthy.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
all right. We need to find a bath also.
probably.
All right. Well, let's go look at some guns.
Okay. And I'd like to just give a once over review of the scene and see if there's kind of a one of the vendor stalls that's empty. Is there anyone that's kind of on the side where I can I can get the attention of the vendors to kind of not lead looking towards that stall?
Yeah, go
Keep them
ahead.
occupied.
Go ahead and roll me a. Let's do survival charisma check. Let's see how that works out for you.
Nice.
All right.
Cause a distraction.
Survival charisma. I can do that.
While he's doing that, I'm trying to identify where best to steal from or what best to steal from.
Well, based on who gets distracted, you can roll your perception check from that.
Yep. So you can maybe perception sneak.
Let's wait until we find
see
out
if,
if there's any
it tells-
successes. Oh,
Oh, that's a
Wunderbar.
distraction.
So we got a
I'm
5 and a
gonna-
20.
I'm going to spend a luck and re-roll that 20.
Starting out our game strong with our first crit fail.
I mean, it would make a good distraction. You have a success and you have a complication. There's going to be a lot of eyes. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't trust Cap not to hurt me.
Shrug
so-
emoji. I don't know. You don't trust me? We've been playing together now for over a year. You should know better.
So correction. Correction. I trust that if I leave that critical thing there, I will be injured at Cap's discretion.
Yeah, I trust he'll injure you.
Yeah. Okay. 2 successes.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner now. Fuck. All right, 2 successes for charisma survival. Yeah, you're able to find one of the stalls where the owner has left. The stall's kind of locked up. They pull down those sliding, those sliding security gates. And you walk up, and what do you do to cause this distraction for the other traders in the area?
So, actually, I have instead of using a luck, there I have smooth talker, where when you make a butter or speech test, which I'm assuming this was a speech thing to distract, I can re-roll one of the d20s.
A butter test? I've never heard one of those.
Speech. Barter.
Sounded like you said speech and butter test, and I'm like, And yes, you
Fire.
are correct.
Fire
Thank you.
chests are very kinky.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, it's been a few weeks since we played, so
no
trying to
worries. You
just
can keep
recap
that
myself on
luck.
my character.
You're all good. I'm going to be super rusty. I Not only has it been a couple of weeks, but my brain has been filled with, oh, this is how pronouns work, and oh, this is how you create a object plural noun, and this is the use of a verb, and how do you conjugate irregular foreign verbs? And I'm just like, I can't lose my ttrpg knowledge. It's critical. So yes, I totally get it. Trust that Cap will find a way to drop a nuke. There are plenty of nukes. It is the post-apocalyptic wasteland after all, so I don't even need to drop one. But yeah, so you can keep that luck. You are correct. Smooth Talker, you're able to get that free reroll if you have a failure. So you find one of the stalls there. It's got a security gate that's been rolled down. What are you doing to cause a very successful distraction in the area?
Oh, I'm gonna be like, oh, that looks like an amazing piece of equipment that I totally saw at a better price just down the street. That you're way overcharging for this piece. You need to drop that by at least 20 credits to get any sort of money. If you want to make any profit, you need to drop that by 20 caps. Caps, sorry, not credits. I'm sorry. I woke up late. I apologize. Old world technology. I'm not from here. Anyways. Yeah, so yeah, no, you're way overcharging for that. I think you would do far better if you were to sell that for at least 20 caps less than what you're trying to sell it for.
Well, you have decided to go up to one of the empty stalls. Do you want it to be empty, or do you want to have gone up to one that has a person there?
No, I was trying to go to one of the ones that had a person in it to draw their attention away from one of the empty ones that had stuff in it for my little.
Gotcha. No worries. So yeah, you go up to one that has a person in it, and let us see. Hold on one second. Who the heck is it that you are dealing with? Because we're currently in a settlement size 4. You are talking to You are talking to a chem dealer named Jocelyn, and she looks over at you. She's like, "What are you talking about? This is Radaway. It's a standard price everywhere." And she just starts bickering back at you.
That is not the standard price for Radaway. That is 20 caps over the standard price for Radaway. I mean, you would think common knowledge would have kept it 20 less than that, but I guess this is kind of off in the district. You know, we're on the outskirts, we're on the sub of the mountain. This is the large city, like traversing vendor shop that's in between here and pretty much anywhere else. So of course you could gouge your customers because they'll pay what they need to go up into the mountains. But I mean, frankly, you're overcharging, and I just want to make people aware of that.
I am now trying to look up what the hell is the price of Radaway.
I think it's 50.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because
I feel like that.
I've got the GM toolkit, and the GM toolkit has all of the tables and all the listings and stuff, but it doesn't. Okay, it's not even going to show up. There we go. But it doesn't give you the prices.
Radaway's 80.
Damn.
See, yeah.
Wow.
And
That's 80.
is
Diluted's 50.
she is currently charging. She's currently charging. What is that? Oh my god, I can't even. Holy mother of crap. Yeah, she's currently charging 90. So yeah.
Yeah. See, that's way over.
Well, your distraction is very successful, and other people are coming on over, very interested in what all the clamor and argument is for. In the meantime, Xiao, you said that you were trying to look around and see how you might be able to sneak around. So at this point, give me a perception sneak.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking for theft of opportunity.
Yeah.
That's
why
I
I'm
don't
adding
care
in the
what
perception.
I get.
Be strong, crowd. Make your move.
2 successes.
Double success. All right. So while you are looking around, hold on 1 second. I'm going to copy this and keep this because you guys keep going back to people and I keep losing track of the people. And I don't want to keep losing track of everybody. So I'm going to add this in. Boop, boop. There we go. And keep the text. Merge formatting. There we go. Trader Jocelyn sells chems and beverages. Argument with Murphy. All right, so as you are looking around, what you look for and what you find is you find a stall that is the owner is not there, but it has a gate pulled down in front of it, and it seems to be filled with food, oddities, and valuables. So there seems to be food, oddity, and valuables inside of this area.
All right. I'm gonna go check the gate and see if it's locked. Quietly check the gate.
Go ahead and roll me. Just roll me a flat luck. Just luck.
All right. Just a D10.
I believe if you click on your character sheet. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, scratch that. Do luck survival.
Luck survival. Okay.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that you have to include the 2 in order to get the weird dice things to work. Sorry, folks, I'm relearning too. Your Little Pony. Pony?
That is not very good.
Yeah, so this was luck. So you walk up and you find that it is locked. So the gate that that is storing all this stuff is locked. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to pop that lock. I have a new lockpick set.
All right, go ahead and give me a lockpick perception check.
And thinking I should spend our 1 AP on this. What do you guys think?
Might as well.
All right, let's go for it. That's 2 successes, and my lockpick set reduces the difficulty by 1.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to save all this information so I don't lose in the future when you guys are like, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm gonna go back to this person." All right. Okay. I'm going to use everybody's favorite dice. Are you ready? Let's
Fresh
see.
out of the penalty box.
Oh, by the way, the petition from our wonderful Violent Neon. No, I'm not switching over. Sorry. I will reveal it. I think my. Let me double check in the chat. Let's see if she's here or not. All right, so my girlfriend is not here right now, so she cannot attest. But these D4s were a gift. They came in this wonderful little bottle as my D4s because I used to be the healer for my D&D campaign, and the gift was given to me by a friend who has since passed away. So I'm trying to keep their memory alive by continuing to use them, even if y'all think it is torturous hell because it's a D4 that always gives out 4s, but it's because they were my lucky healing dice, and now they
So
are
you're torturing
your,
us. You're torturing us with
dice.
cursed dice.
They are not cursed because that character never died. He successfully worshipped Yog-Sothoth and helped fix the timeline. So yeah.
They're cursed. They're cursed towards us.
They're GM dice after all, so I mean. All right, your DV was 2. Did you match that? Yes, you did. So you were able to pick the lock, and you're able to do the little. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I actually got a extra success because my lockpick set reduces difficulty by 1.
Okay. So that would be a 1. So there you go. That will produce an AP. So the AP that you took, I will give back to you guys. There we go. So you're able to pop the lock. Pop lock and drop it. And it pops open. And the gate slides up just a little bit. Almost no noise because you were successful at getting it done. And you are able to make enough space to sneak in and pilfer if you so wish. Would you like to do so?
Definitely.
And where did you even get your degree in chems? Because that is not Calmex, that is clearly buff out. How is buff out supposed to calm you down?
Get her, Murphy. Get her.
You, Violet Neon, I owe you a hug. She just looks at you, just like, do you want to try? I can prove it to you. This will calm you down. Hold still. And she pulls it out. It's got these 3 syringes on the end for insertion.
No,
She's
no,
like, give me your arm. I'm going to put this in your arm. I'm going to prove it's Calmex. And as the commotion continues, we have Xiao sneaking in. And go ahead and roll me a survival. You're trying to do this quietly. So actually, give me a survival luck. See what you're able to pick up in your lucky situation.
Go for that. Let's spend an AP on this.
Okay.
Dice. And I'm re-rolling a crit fail there.
All right, smart move.
I'm not screwing this. Well, I don't want to screw this in. Nice.
What do our viewers see? Okay, they can see a little bit of it. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find the best way to position this because.
Onward dog.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to a good downward dog. Dirty, dirty little bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, drink.
Hansel recoils.
Why dog? Oh, right, that was it. That was the issue. Okay, so that's why I haven't messed around with the map, because I still need to do the reformatting on our backdrop. Speaking of which, our interface, folks, is going to change soon, so we'll have a little bit of a mix-up on this. We are still looking for a new player, and now that I'm no longer stuck in 13-hour workdays, I will be reaching out to folks again. Sandman rolled out 2 -2s. You've got your replacement, so that's 5 successes. Holy shit. You regenerate. Do you want to regenerate the AP or have a stroke of luck?
I'm thinking along the lines of like luck, like in terms of just like getting shit.
Okay.
I want to grab as much as I can in like one round and get the flock out of there.
All right. Roll me 1d2.
1d2.
Oh wait, hold on. Before you click enter, roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5d2. My bad. 5d2. All right. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
1 and 4 2s.
Holy shit! All right. So, for your for what you are looking for, you find a bottle of still sealed pre-war soy sauce. You find it right under the counter. It seems to be from some odd company. You can't really read the Japanese, but it looks like it says like Kikoman, and you're not sure who Kikoman was. Maybe one of those Pokemans.
Problem.
So that's the first item, and holy shit, you've got 5 2s, which are all the oddities and valuables. So this can get pretty nuts. So hold on to your butts. Let's see what you find. First item, you find a pile of bobby pins. You find 3 bobby pins.
All right, 3 bobby pins.
So that's 1. You find a set of hollow tags.
Hollow text.
You can try to identify those later. Third item, you find a damaged holotape. You can also try playing that later. Oh my god. And the fourth item, you find a recon sensor.
Damn. Robot one.
So yeah, you're able to successfully case this place out. You found some very odd things that you would not have originally anticipated discovering, but that's what you find in this sealed off little shop. And I'm actually gonna.
And I'm getting the hell out of here. Like I'm getting away from it, and like, you know, I didn't do anything.
All right, go ahead for that. Go ahead and roll me a sneak agility, please, to see how sneaky you were able to get out of there.
Let's burn an AP on this. Ooh, damn.
All right, you are the sneakiest of sneaky, and we'll actually leave that up there. Now let's see. Does anybody succeed in searching for you or seeing you? So I'm gonna do this against your 10 and 4. Nope, nobody notices you sneaking back out except for our wonderful Camacho, who is standing there at the ready, waiting for you.
Cool. I'm gonna actually head over towards Camacho, since I don't want to go into the scene, right? I'd be like, they had all kinds of cool tech stuff. Like, I have like the hollow tape and like, all the stuff like there. And I don't know who Kiki is, but that looks like yummy.
Give me your fucking arm! Come on! And go ahead and roll me a strength athletics test.
Oh crap!
All right, now I'm gonna roll an opposing. So she grabs your arm, but it slips out of her hand as she stabs this Colmex down into the counter. The metal tips of it literally embed into the counter. She's like, "God damn it, you slippery little shit! Get back here!" And she starts reaching out for you again.
No, I'm not letting you. Look, she's trying to oppress me. She's trying to inject me with buff out, and I don't need buff out right now. I was looking for some Colmex, and she's overcharging for everything else. I'm out. I am taking my business elsewhere. I'm sure there's a vendor here dealing in chemicals that is a lot nicer than you, ma'am. If you are even a ma'am, I don't know anymore. I'm gonna walk away.
All right, Karen, Jesus. She gives you death glares, and go ahead and roll me luck survival right now.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be DV3.
I would like to use that other AP.
Right, that's our last one. Boop. Go for it.
Luck. Survival. So 3 dice.
Big shout out to Johnny here, our player, and in our chat, gifting us some subs. Thank you very much.
This time I will spend a luck to reroll that one.
You mean reroll the 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
I meant that one die.
Okay. Checking. All right. You still got the three
That's better.
successes. So she just stares at you for a moment. Now go ahead and roll me 1d10, please. Just a 1d10. All right, a 7. Okay, so your rep with the trader Jocelyn is now at a -7, so they will upcharge for any item that you attempt to purchase from them. And it will be due to Murphy. So if anybody has seen talking with Murphy or chatting with Murphy or around Murphy, Jocelyn will also overcharge you or upcharge you, or possibly refuse to sell or buy from you. And she is the chems and beverage seller here. So
Does she have spies?
Oh,
no,
no.
she's just a trader. And yes, I know for Minsky. Oh no, chems and beverages. What a loss! Oh shit. It'd be even
Unless
worse
she has
if it was
fresh water.
food.
Unless she has clean water, because I now have another mouth to feed. A
You do
mouth
have-
to feed.
Well, it is able to fend for itself. Speaking of which, have you given your pupper a name yet? I don't remember.
Yeah, Hansel.
Hansel, right? Okay, yes, I even saved it on there. And male, female, neither, both.
Hansel is a beautiful little puppy boy.
All right, so Hansel, and then I'll put it.
The next one will be Gretel.
Yeah, you got it.
Again, the nickname is still Menchie.
Oh God. All right, so Jocelyn has a negative rep for our Murphy and anybody who associates with Murphy, and our little Shao has been able to get their 5-finger discount at another one of the locations and successfully snuck out. Is there anything else that a lot of you are going to do or no?
When I get back to the group. So what'd you get?
Bunch of cool stuff. I got these tag things in this like kiki juice or something. I don't know. And then and some techie stuff.
Cool. So do we still want to wait to talk to Meredith, or do we want to probably just dip out of this town, and that way we don't have to deal with the person coming back to their stall and being like, hey, where's my stuff?
Oh, I don't care. We can talk to it.
Right.
Meanwhile, you just see Minsky under an overhang playing tug of war with Hansel with this rolled up utility coveralls that he's had on him.
I was
Yeah.
I was really hoping it was going to be something a little bit darker than just some utility coveralls, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, sorry, it was a 12-inch dildo.
Ah, we haven't completed the Meredith quest yet. Goodness gracious.
yeah, I think we should probably go ahead and try to move on to the next town, because again, I don't think we want to draw attention to ourselves or be here when the vendor comes back and finds their stuff missing.
I mean, looks like there's a lot of people that come and go. How would they know it's us? We'll be fine. Worry so much.
How many ghoul kitty cats could there be in the entire city?
Yeah, tons of them.
Up to you guys. Do you
Gonna
want
voice
to
this
stay?
is a bad
Or do you
idea,
want to go?
but if you want to stay, we will. But
Oh,
again,
I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do. That was fun.
I'm preoccupied. You're going to have to fetch me whatever the decision is.
Well, you've got a couple of choices. One, you can continue pilfering around. Two, you can dip out of there while people are still distracted at the vendor stall and other folks are still praying, or you can wait for Meredith and go speak to her at the temple. Um, just a kindly reminder is that that's not mandatory. You don't have to do that. This is 100% open world. You can do whatever the hell it is that you want. So it's
Okay,
up
so
to you.
how far was the next city?
You have no idea because you've never been this far out.
Do you have any
Oh,
idea how far the next city is, little one? Shao?
I don't know. Do I?
Shao,
Not
go
sh-
ahead and give me a survival intelligence check.
my strongest.
if our trader didn't blow himself up, then we would know.
Yeah, Greg was a good guy.
He was an idiot.
Hey, don't judge.
Total idiot.
You have no
Yeah,
idea
I
where.
don't read that much.
Well, you know in general where the next town could be, but you have no idea how far away it is.
You could ask one of the guards on our way out.
That is also possible.
Hey, Minsky.
Give it, boy! Come on! What?
Do you know how far the next town is?
I don't think Minsky would.
Minsky, go ahead and give me a intelligence survival check. This is going to be at a -1 because it is not something that you may or may not know.
Robot, Google Maps. I mean,
He he does know. In fact,
Downloaded the map.
Oh, snap! Deep in my algorithm, I have mapping locations for this area.
it is just about straight north of where y'all are at. You can you would take the road west and then north, and as you continue west, you know that you will start seeing city on the horizon. One of the largest cities in this region, called Nantou City, suburbs of Caotun as well, and you'll be able to see it within a single hour's walk.
Minsky
I'd
starts
say let's do that.
Minsky starts sounding like Alexa or Siri. Turn right.
Given that that's
now.
given that that's only an hour or so away, I'd say let's go ahead and dip because there's no reason to continue waiting to talk to people. I mean,
For the next 15 minutes, dip the hell out.
yeah.
When did
Oh,
you
hey,
become...
Minsky, is any of this do you know any of the value of any of this tech stuff? Is it stuff you could use, or is it stuff we should sell, or is it stuff we should hold on to? This is stuff that Xiao was able to get.
Check it out. This thing looks really fancy. I'm pulling like the recon sensor.
I mean, it looks pretty fancy, but I mean, I was built for medical purposes. I mean, I can take a look if you want, but no promises.
Okay, no worries. We'll suss it out a little bit later. Let's
Yeah,
for now keep
let's
it under wraps and let's dip.
clear the area for now.
Yeah.
Hansel, come.
Yeah, your playing with Hansel actually reminded me that, oh my god, I forgot to turn on our wonderful Sirenscape. Speaking of our sponsor, Sirenscape, thank you guys very much. You guys were absolutely excellent over at Gen Con. I wish I could have seen all y'all, but yeah, I'm on the other side of the Pacific, and it's not too easy to get there. So, yeah.
I'm trying to go next year.
I don't even think I can because it's during our summer school and I just got, yeah, I just got hired. I can't really dip out, be like, peace, bye, I'm leaving. But we'll see. We will see someday, hopefully in the future.
Oh, you
But
had an open invitation.
do I have an open invitation?
To DM or to GM for Medispace, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but the problem was is that I was teaching. I couldn't do it because I'm literally in summer camp. It just ended. But yeah, I was in summer camp. The reason that you just reminded me about Sirenscape is because we've got Doggo, and I was still not able.
You're yipping.
Holy crap! Still not able to get it added in, but there we go, Doggo. Should be one Doggo, not 50, but yeah. Console comes along.
Sound like a kennel.
Sounds like a what?
Like a kennel instead of just a single dog.
Yes, pretty much. Related data set. Dog. Hold on. Maybe
Still
less
no yipping to
aggressive.
be heard.
I heard a dog once, and it was really aggressive.
Yes, that's why I'm trying to find less.
But it sounds like there's more people than there were just a moment ago.
Oh crap, did the crane stop?
Alright,
There were a lot of dogs.
oh, there we go. I finally got dog added. Awesome. Cool. So, now that I have dog added, yeah, a lot of you know which direction to go and where to go and how long and how far. You do start to hear more and more people as some folks start to exit the temple area. Seems as if there's still praying going on, but the session is coming to an end. So, a lot of you can make your choice. Do you want to go or do you want to stay?
We're gonna dip.
Should I stay or should I go?
Go.
Gonna dip.
Yeah.
Alright.
No.
So, our group has decided dip it is. And so you start heading toward that gate of Geely again. And you start making your way over, and you see that the ghoul guard is still there. And he looks over at the lot of you and he says, hey, I thought you were going to be talking to Meredith.
We were, and then we realized that we were in the wrong town. We have to go to the one just a little bit north of here.
You're going to Nanto City?
Yeah.
Why would you go there? That's... place is dangerous as hell.
We like danger.
Well, what's life without a little danger in the mix?
I mean, this is after... I mean, isn't pretty much just waking up dangerous nowadays?
I mean, maybe for a smooth skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well, best of luck, folks, and, just be careful with the water. It's, can be a little tricky.
Oh, and
You don't have to
also,
worry about that.
Xiao
I
was
pissed clean
wondering
water.
if you would maybe want to come along with us.
I'm sorry, kiddo. I got a job to do, and these are my people. Meredith is...
What's your price?
No price. Meredith is my cousin. I've been here trying to keep her safe.
Minsky
look at
gets
that over there.
uncomfortably close. Everyone has a price, meatbag.
He's not wrong. I mean, plus, I mean, Xiao may look young, but they're not. She's not.
Xiao is like bright red, like you've never seen a ghoul blush this much. And just like dead silent. Like deer in the headlights kind of like look right now. Everybody is just like, oh my god, you're embarrassing me so bad. You know.
I mean, I think you'd be a great companion on the road. And I'm sure there's other people that can do your guard duty just as well as you can. And wouldn't you want to be in service of helping people in their travels? Instead, you said you've been here for so long. Where's that? I mean,
Where's your sense of adventure?
yeah.
So the roll on
Speech.
the roll on there was actually to keep his cool as Minsky gets right up into his face, and as mentioned before, this guy is pretty heavily armored as well as armed, and you see his the butt of his rifle literally whack one of Minsky's eyes away as it gets super close to his face. He's like, "What don't you understand? I'm here to keep my cousin safe and to keep these folks safe. Adventuring's not what I do. I'm here to protect."
Okay. Well,
Don't you ever call me a
Somebody
meatbag
else get scissors
again,
up.
bag of bolts.
Shove
Oh,
off
it's just the
news.
one calling everyone smooth skin.
At least I'm
Why
not
don't you
calling
come
people
down
meat.
off your high horse?
I don't use it as an insult.
But
just
it is!
You just assaulted
False.
him.
Get out of
actually,
here,
that's
folks.
technically battery. Just the threat of hitting him would
He
have been
turns
assault.
away
Oh,
and
Murph,
is no longer
Murph.
paying attention to any of you.
So let's continue discussing this as we walk away. Xiao, I'm sincerely sorry that this person is indifferent towards your feeling, and that's frankly appalling because you are a wonderful, adorable person that deserves all of the amount of respect that he clearly doesn't know how to provide anyone. So,
Smooth skin, wrinkly skin, metal skin, it doesn't matter. He's just a kind of, an asshole.
yeah,
He'll find someone.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like so embarrassed. I mean, oh my god, you guys are so embarrassing.
And
Let's
we'll
go. You
continue
can crawl
walking.
under a rock somewhere else.
Have fun taking care. And as he says that, he does as close to like an air finger quotes with his claw as he can. Your cousin.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why he wants to stay and protect his cousin.
Drink.
Incest.
This
His
isn't
best
Not
Georgia,
like that.
okay?
Come on now.
This ain't Georgia. This ain't Mississippi. This ain't Alabama.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Uh-huh.
That is not what I was implying.
It's as Camacho was saying, it is best. You just got to put your sister to the test.
It's not his sister. It's his cousin.
That's true.
Keeping it-
See, he's once removed.
Keeping it in the family.
I mean, didn't Corrin sing a song about that?
Right?
I mean, didn't Corrin sing a song about it being all in the family?
What?
So,
Anyway.
Degenerate streaming.
welcome to the degenerate streaming as our viewer number just drops. Incest jokes not
What's up,
on my
Sirenscape?
Twitch.
What's up, Sirenscape? Thanks for the sponsorship. If you love it.
If you love our Fallout campaign, check out Sirenscape.com so you can also give the wonderful noises to your horrible, horrible group of people. I love all of you. Speaking of which, here, have a dog bark. There you go.
Nope. Oh, there it is.
Got it working with one dog. Yes.
Yay.
Okay. Now, all of you head on out, and you can see that that Geely itself, once again, it was mostly centered around this very, very large temple, but you've exited out of the gate, and you can see that the road continues to follow the major river down, and downstream seems to be heading. Excuse me, I got the burps. Straight out west. And the road continues to follow it down. So you have a choice to continue following the river down. You can turn back around to Shui Li. It is up to you. There's no way north from here, but you can start heading west or east.
Oh yeah, let's follow the river down.
Right. Now, this is another moment where I get to say, hold on to your butts, because I'm going to roll for our weather this morning. as all of you start heading out. And our weather today, that's not possible in Taiwan. It says tornado. Not possible in Taiwan because we have too many mountains. You guys are lucky.
Oh snap! I might have to move to Taiwan.
Yeah, we don't have tornadoes. It's literally not possible here, but we do have insane earthquakes and typhoons.
All right, never mind.
We literally have a Memorial Day here for the victims of the last great earthquake. It killed thousands, and it literally leveled like half of the country's infrastructure. But because of that, everything that's been built in like the last 10 years now is like 99% earthquake proof up to like a level 8 earthquake. So for any of you who are interested in moving to Taiwan, it is beautiful here. The earthquakes aren't that bad. And if they are that bad, just get an apartment or a home that was built within the last 10 years, and you're actually going to be safe and sound because Taiwan actually receives architectural recognition internationally due to their earthquake proofing. So, yeah. I'm going to get off my high horse. The reason that y'all are super lucky is because today's weather, instead of tornado, is instead a sunny haze. And so, as the lot of you walk out... Oh my god, the dog barking is back. Where's the dog barking going? Again! Shit. Okay. So as a lot of you head on
I mean,
out...
it kind of makes sense because we have a dog with us, so at any point a dog randomly barking is apropos.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's also a shitload of stray dogs all over the country, so yeah. So a lot of you head on out of Jili, and you have decided to head west towards Nantou, following the river down. And what I would like all of you to do right now is please give me a perception survival check. It's going to be a DB1. Wow, a 1! You guys got a 1 on my foresight.
Is this a visual perception survival?
It is, so your DB is 0. You have a chance to generate some AP for the group.
Alright, watch me flub this.
Double crit fail.
Oh!
So let's see. Shout, you're all good. Murphy, nope, that's a 12 and 11. Raven, generating some AP as well, a 9 and a 5. And Minsky generating 2 AP, 3 and a 4. So you guys now have 3 AP added into our selection up here. Good job. And so what you all are looking for as you're coming out of this town is you're trying to see what lays upon the horizon. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up our Google Maps for our wonderful audience. That way you folks can see. I'm still 2,400 channel points away from making the dogs infected with the black goo. I mean, if you want, I could right now click negative plot twist 3 times, so...
I think we're good.
You sure? But it's Vampire's request, so...
Vampire.
All the more reason not to do it.
Yeah.
We've got a kinship going on. Don't do this to us.
Yeah.
Vampire, you know the pain that they are going through. Why would you inflict more?
We'll just dismember Vampire if the Vampire jumps on the cast with us.
Ouch.
We'll turn Vampire into one of those Robo Brains.
That could be fun.
I'm trying to figure out on the actual Google map where the hell you all are. I think it's right here, Guoxin. No. Shit. Alright. GD, where are you? GD Township. Ow. Sorry. I just slipped up my own chair. I don't know how that's even possible. Tourist attraction. No. Alright, Google Maps is officially making me frustrated. Am I too far north? Is that the problem? Or too far south?
I don't know how we ended up in Las Vegas.
This is how you end up in Las Vegas. Oh my god,
this
I'm
is
way
strange.
too
Why
far
is it-
north.
why is it a
That's why.
nuclear
Holy
crater?
shit. I was looking at Taichung trying to find Jili. No wonder. Okay. Holy crap. There we are. Okay. There's Jili. Alright.
Classic mistake.
That is for me. So I'm going to drop our little person right here and then give us a street view. Give me street view. There we go. Alright, so for all of our folks that are watching on Twitch right now, this is exiting Jili. So the main town was back here, where it was centered around a temple, and our wanderers are now going down the main highway here. And so the main highway is literally just littered right and left. It's just littered with old, desolate, destroyed buildings, the leftovers of what used to be crops, and some people who are out there still attempting to eke away at surviving off of what they can grow out here in the wasteland. But after about a full hour, what you are able to do is, because you are on a major road, and that's why it's only an hour, unlike previously where we were on much smaller roads, you're able to get a very, very good distance. And by the time that hour rolls down, what all of you are able to see is, quite literally straight ahead of you is the remnants of Nantou and Nantou City. This is considered to be it's the one landlocked county of all of Taiwan, but as all of you can notice in the distance is that it no longer seems to be landlocked. The ocean has begun to encroach onto this island nation. And so, as you are all looking out onto Nantou, you can see that part of the city itself has begun its flooding in. You notice that there is a fork in the road, and that fork is your choice to go in towards central Nantou City, which is the much larger and partially flooded area, or you can start heading north, where you know Taichung eventually lies ahead. And that's where we're going to take our break. I'm going to let my players try and figure out which direction they want to go. They can take the fourth fork straight west, or they can take the fourth fork northwest. If they go straight west, they'll be going towards Nantou City, which is partially flooded, or they can start heading northwest towards their destination. And everybody in chat, thank you very much for sticking around with us, even with my own little audio issues. I'm going to pop us on over to our break screen, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to leave our mics hot. Right. Mics are hot. I'm going to turn down our Doom music, and if you want to chat with our audience, you can feel free. If you want to condemn Vampire for being ruthless, go for it. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, Vampire does deserve it, but,
Ooh, Vampire.
you know.
Be back.
How shall we torture you? No kidding.
Back in the flash, folks.
Oh, totes throw a negative plot twist at him tomorrow. I was just trying to help Xiao get some.
Sorry, Cap, we ruined your your quests and your NPCs. Damn, GM life that is.
Too funny.
I've totally been there too as GM.
Oh yeah.
I made all this stuff and blah blah, and then they're just like, yeah, I just cut some shit and walked away.
I mean, that's how you do, right? As a player.
Well, yeah. What do you guys want to do? You want to head into the sunken city, or you want to head north? What were we going north for?
We were just I think the group before everybody died had a reason to go north, but I don't think any of us remember what that is, except that it's away from the mountain where there's the dead things that the black stuff comes back with, and so we're just trying to get away from that.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. And I just kind of a wanderer. I don't know how or why I'm here, and I could try to suss out why, but frankly, I woke up on the other side of the world, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And if that means helping a little ghoul steal stuff by causing a distraction somewhere, sure. If it means helping a robot keep their reserve food supply alive, sure.
Excuse me, sir? Also, real quick, Vampire. I did throw a negative plot twist at Cap when he was a player in a game. It did not work out.
No.
Not in the slightest. In fact, I think it carried over to our game.
And I mean, I'm always down for helping our Lieutenant Danielle. She ain't got no legs.
Very funny.
She might not, but she'll still kick your ass.
Oh yeah, totally.
Don't
But-
need legs to shoot a gun.
Exactly. She may kick my ass, but I will have a leg up in that situation.
Wow. Wow. That's a nuke.
Wonder if we could start our own version of Boot Hill in Fallout Asia.
One version of what?
Boot Hill.
So I'm completely familiar with that, but like, for the listeners and viewers, could you describe what that is? Not for me, because I know what that is.
It's an old reference, or an old Western reference where where all people go to die.
All right.
When your final resting place where you're pushing up daisies. The place at the retirement home up north.
And Boot Hill is because they'd bury you in your boots.
Yep.
Is this like military lingo?
Old West lingo.
Old West, yeah.
Old West lingo. I've only seen like a couple Old West movies, so that's my general exposure to it.
I mean, the only one you need to is Blazing Saddles.
You know what? Have not seen Blazing Saddles.
Dude, watch that before this weekend is over. Holy shit.
I think actually the only Western I've seen is like for a few dollars more. It's like an old. Is that a Clint Eastwood flick? I think maybe.
I think the only one other than Blazing Saddles that I've seen is the one where he has the metal plate under his shawl thing, and like you get shot, but the metal thing is what saved him.
Okay. Oh, I've seen two Western films. It was for a few dollars more, and Will Smith's Wild Wild West.
See, I don't count Wild Wild West. I mean, it is, but I mean, it's
no one does.
And I mean, it was for what it was. It was a decent movie, but
it's a fine film.
Like from
it's definitely not Western though.
No, and from it separated so much from what it was like the original material that it was borderline like the last the seasons after season 3 of Game of Thrones compared to the books.
So according to Wikipedia, during the 19 and early 20th century, it was a common name for burial grounds for gunfighters or those who died with their boots on.
And I have two corrections to add in. Number one, Blazing Saddles is 100% a Western, and Wild Wild West is also a Western. Thank you very much.
It's like, it's like a sci-fi Western.
It is a sci-fi Western, but it is still a Western.
Wild Wild West
Fair
is
enough.
a Western like Little Caesars is Chicago pizza.
That is a false statement.
Yeah, that's
Or
fair.
like Chicago is pizza.
Chicago
Authentic
is
pizza.
25% pizza. It is also 30% Italian beefs. And then the remainder is just
They've got a good hot dog. I'll give them that.
the lingering smell
Their
of
pizza is an
dog
abomination.
urine. That's all Chicago is. It is literally just pizza, Italian beef,
And done.
and the lingering scent of dog urine everywhere.
Well, you know, it's kind of similar to New York in that way, where it's the lingering smell of New York-style pizza, halal carts, and human piss.
Your
And
thoughts?
trash. Don't forget the trash.
And trash. I love New York, but it really smells like piss.
Oh,
So, sorry to any New York viewers we might have.
So does anywhere along the Chattahoochee in Georgia, because that's where everything runs off to, and then people love to go like float down it, and then just as you're floating along, you just float through this waft of urine aroma.
Everyone
From what I'm
floats
So,
told,
here.
because
we
I
need to,
refuse to go float down the Chattahoochee.
We need to start a spin-off show where it's a quiz game where
Oh.
we
Places that smell like piss.
places that smell like human piss. Yes,
Every
popular
city in the United
destinations
States.
that smell like piss.
place that piss. Take a whiff and tell us where it came from.
Oh yeah.
But every single-
that's some New York piss right there.
Every single smell just comes from downtown San Francisco.
And now, unfortunately, I'm reminded of the every flavor jelly bean.
Oh god.
I'm concerned that this is the conversation that reminded you of that.
I am as well. And on that note of every flavor of jelly beans and things smelling like piss, let's get back into our game. Yay! So,
Hey, what's up, chat?
We're gonna play the game.
as our players, actually, I think Murphy specifically pointed out, is that the original group did kind of have a reason to go into the western area of Taiwan, but since then, half of that group is now dead. More than half of that group is now dead, or gone, or missing, or blown up, or vaporized. And so, for those that still remain, when it came to Camacho, Camacho's very original drive, way back when, at the very beginning, was that in Taichung, that is the area that her father had gone to, in which he may still possibly be alive, or there may be remnants of his group in the city. And so Camacho was interested in going out that direction. As for Minsky, when it came down to it, is the fact that his original import area was through the Taichung docks, and there was a possibility that there may be other Mr. Handys in that area, because the majority of the country does not use it. They use the Hermes models instead. As for Murphy and Xiao,
They're just along for the ride.
yeah, neither of you
Yeah,
had any motivation to go out west.
To add to that, I mean, that probably wouldn't have even been my drive to go out west. It was just to stick with the people that I've been seemingly able to help. Because Minsky wants to help. That's his main drive.
Okay.
Getting away from those black slime things. Good motivation. I'm down with continuing that process.
But yeah, so I was just trying to reestablish that for our viewers as well as our players, because it has actually been a very long time. I am honestly extremely curious. Hold on one second.
I'm also looking to recruit henchmen.
Yes, that was part of the drive to go to the city, is because you were looking to meet back up, possibly with your dad or any leftovers of his group, and see if there were people that were still left around who would join you. And I am very curious. It could be 1 second. I'm jumping on YouTube. Fallout Asia. Because literally all you have to do is Google the name of our campaign, and we are the only one. Holy shit, we've been doing this for 9 months. So this was 9 months ago where we established that. That was our session 1, was 9 months ago. So yeah. And then the other top hit on here, we are now competing against Nancy Pelosi and strategic stability of U.S.-China relations. I, for one, am not the biggest fan of Representative Pelosi, but I am more than happy to have been one of the many people here in Taiwan to greet her visiting Taiwan. So thank you very much, Representative, for coming by, and including for the conservative representatives that joined her as well. Thank you very much, and I hope you all had a wonderful stay here.
Our next influence, if ever there was one.
Well, in this future, China has already nuked Taiwan, so as for our current timeline, they are threatening to do so, but I think I've already established I'm banned from going to China, so fuck China. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh, you can eat my ass.
Minsky, was that a terrible pun?
Yeah, it was a reference to Nancy Pelosi's reaction to a what was it, a Trump speech or something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
State of Union, wasn't it?
Yeah, she just sat in the back. I remember that.
Then the slow clap.
Yeah, that was wonderful. So, either which way, our players are at a fork in the road. They're trying to figure out which direction that they're going to be going to, and so I'm actually going to jump out of our first-person view and show our wonderful, wonderful viewers on here what exactly is this fork in the road that they are attempting to figure out. It is right here. They're trying to figure out from Route 16, are they going to follow it north west, or are they going to head straight west following 152 and 137? So our players have a choice right now. Which direction do they want to go?
We go to Taichung.
Where's that?
I go where Camacho goes.
Where's that?
Overseer?
Do what?
I'm asking the overseer which direction that would be.
That would be the northwest instead of the straight west. I just drew them out very, very shittily and poorly on here. So you guys have 2 options. The first option is to head over towards Nantou, so to Nantou, Nantou. Make that font a little bit smaller, and this doesn't work like MS Word does. Oh geez. Oh geez. So to Nantou, and then the other option that you have is to Taichung. So it is your choices, folks. Where do you want to go? You are at our fork in the road here. Where do you want to go?
So I'm fine with either. Going to Nantou sounds interesting because like flooded cities are cool, but I mean, other than that,
Mirelurks.
that sounds fun. I like seafood. Some more lampreys, you know. So, I mean, it sounds like fun, but I'm down with going to Taichung also. So, I don't have a strong opinion.
Xiao misses the playful love bites of the lampreys.
The playful love bite, yes. They were so
Uh,
playful. They flip flop all over, and they're like, "Oh, I'm playing with you."
Lead the way, Metal Eggs.
Squeak. Squeak. Squeak.
All right, so you guys are going to go north towards Taichung.
Yes.
Let me select these. That option is now gone. So our group continues on their route heading northwest. And so what's going to be happening here is that a lot of you are going to be following what's known as Route 16. So Route 16 in Taiwan is actually a very, very beautiful road. So it's for any of you who are watching on our Twitch. Route 16 right here is that main road. There's also Route 3, which will become an option in just a moment. What I would like all of you to do is please roll me a survival endurance check at the very end here as you start changing your direction. So did China invade Taiwan in the Fallout Asia timeline? Because I have 20,000 channel points. Australis Plays. I actually, if you check out our wonderful www.cybernationuncensored.com, if you head on over to our website and check out our supplements, the Fallout Asia supplement is in update number 5. For the Fallout Asia supplement, if you check over on the new lore on page number 3, I have a full timeline laid out. In this timeline, what actually happens is that, let's see, the Tibetan Sino conflict began in 2057. The resource war ends in 2060 as the Commonwealth and the Middle East go into ruins. In November of 2066, China invaded Anchorage, just like the normal Fallout universe, but by 2067, US begins deploying power armor to Anchorage, Taipei, and Tokyo, and from there, the US and the Allied forces invade mainland China via Lhasa in the south, Shantou in the southeast, and Nanjing in the east. And by 2074, just a couple of years before the bombs drop, the ROC reclaims Nanjing, the former capital of the Republic of China, and they begin pushing into Hong Kong and north towards Beijing. So in this timeline, Taiwan has successfully reinvaded the PRC, which is one of the big reasons why the nukes were dropped. They wanted to stop the progression of the Allied forces going north to Beijing. So, our players, now that I'm off my little soapbox because fuck you, China, let's take a look at what our players rolled. So, Murphy, double success, congrats. Shao, Camacho, no successes, Minsky, 1. Murphy, do you want to use that crit success to assist Camacho, or do you want the AP?
I think we're okay on AP, and I want to help Camacho, but she's in her wheelchair, so I think that she's probably going to be okay because it's got a robot. So I'd like to do something positive.
All right, so positive plot twist. As the lot of you are continuing on your way north, you notice that on the... That kind of puts a pin in that then. Yes, it does, Australis, because China. As you guys are starting to head northwest, you notice that there are... I was going to spawn a suit of power armor for Camacho. They are not in Nantou, they are in Taipei, Tokyo, and mainland China. So they're not in the area yet. As you are all heading northwest, you notice that there are 2 ways that point to Taichung. One of them has it has a large road sign above the road that you are currently taking, and it says to Caotun slash Taichung City. And then there is a turn that says expressway to Taichung City, and it seems to go up a ramp onto a highway. And so you have this option now if you want to take the express route or go into Caotun and southern Taichung.
Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long.
I mean, if you're going my way, I want to ride it all night long.
Okay.
What they said.
All right. Shao?
I'll do whatever you guys want, I guess. I mean, if we get stuck on the highway up high, like, it could be a problem.
We'll manage.
All right, go for it.
Famous last words. Let's go.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Well, okay, now that you've said that, I'm for the other route.
All right, let's do it. What could go wrong?
Honest question. Do you guys want to take 3, the highway, or do you want to take the main road just north on the ground? Because now Minsky seems to be a little trepidatious.
Again, but
Yeah.
look, I said life is a highway. I want to ride it, and you said if you're going my way, and I mean I'm going. That's the way I'm going. So
True, but that was in like a sort of camaraderie.
yeah. See,
But
so
in
let's.
Minsky's time in Taiwan, they have heard a lot of people say what could go wrong, and then borne witness to what could go wrong. So
Going
now
wrong.
Minsky's like, well, I don't know. I mean, I'll still go your way if you want, but maybe Minsky cannot wink or raise an eyebrow, so he kind of just like his stalks just kind of.
We'll keep an eye out, and if something does go wrong, then anytime in the future we have a decision like this to make, we'll gag Shao before they can say what could go wrong.
Kinky.
What could go
That
wrong?
it might be a bit extreme.
Deathclaw comes out of nowhere.
Well, Vampire Bites is counting down right now.
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
Um,
You go and you gag Shao, so I don't say this, right? Well, I'm like trying to say something, and then like Deathclaw kills you. I'm like, I was trying to warn you. Jesus, get out.
Australis,
That
you
would be
said
Murphy's luck.
Chinese power armor. I've never touched 76, so I literally have no idea what you're talking about. The model worn by the PRC. This thing looks hilarious. Redshift? Okay. Well, the PRC was there. That's the PLA, and so they're not inside Taiwan. They got pushed back into mainland China. So, yeah. Although I did not know that
Power
the
armor.
communists had power armor. How many things did Fallout 76 retcon?
Yes.
Like all
Most
of the
it.
things.
If it was a thing, they retconned it.
No me gusta.
Well, I mean, if they could make a skin for something that they could sell, then they retconned it.
Yep.
Like the power.
Awkward silence.
That look out.
I'm trying to read. The communist power armor was designed by Chris Ortega. He preferred the version that had a built-in hat, and the developers used the one to do War Machine. Who is Chris Ortega? One of the artists.
Yeah, he designed the power armor.
Oh, no wonder he's completely and totally ignored any of the Fallout lore. He's only ever worked on 76. Literally only. Okay.
It do be like that.
Yeah, alright. Well, Australis, I'm sorry. My canon is they function as T45D. There's a red and horrible green version. I don't know if I'm gonna fucks with that. As the folks over in my other whatchamacallit channel, we have this wonderful little icon, fucks with it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fucks with it. Communists having power armor? I mean, well, fuck the commies. Stealth Boy is basically a response to Chinese stealth armor. Yeah, they had stealth armor, but Chinese power armor? Don't know about that one. I'll think about it. I'll put it in my brain case. Either way, you guys are...
I'm doing Fallout Europe, a Euro Fallout for my son, and I was gonna do like some power armor, but there I was gonna do like industrial power armor, like think like aliens like lift, sort of thing, or Cyberpunk exoskeleton, exo frame sort of thing, like motors and shit like that. That are like mainly industrial. That some of them have been like rigged up for armor or other uses, but
like sort of like a Sigourney Weaver alien type thing.
Yeah, exactly, totally. Like you have something like that, and then you take and you fall on it, right? You rig up some armor on it, maybe add a weapon, or you do something and jerry rig the shit out of it, and it sounds like something that they'd have there, But China now. Sorry, just derailing things.
I'm still...
Anyone else want the soapbox?
Just contemplating, because again, just fuck China. I don't think I want to
a Japanese
reward
power armor.
China with the ability to make power armor, because they're
Japanese power armor.
dirty commies. Well, they, as I mentioned earlier, they did get deployed to Taipei, which is the capital of Taiwan. It's in the north. They got deployed to Tokyo, and they got deployed to Nanjing, which is in mainland China. So they are here. You just haven't gotten there yet. So I'm gonna step off my soapbox now. The lot of you decide that you want to jump onto the expressway, so you want to jump onto the highway. So you see the road ahead of you is marked with this very large 3. And so the 3 inside of it's called the Sakura Blossom Highways. So the 3 is marked, and the lot of you make your way onto this expressway ramp, and you make your way up the road. You have a pretty commanding view from where you're at. The view itself right now, you can see east towards the central mountains of Taiwan, and you can see out west towards Nantou City, as well as the western mountains of Nantou. Do any of you have education? Do any of you have any formal education?
I have a little bit.
I don't even know why I'm looking. I'm pretty sure I don't.
I mean, I'm not sure what skill you're thinking, but Xiao had like maybe
Just
through
from your character
4th
background.
grade-ish.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Okay. Camacho?
No.
No. Murphy? No school. Don't give me that look. All right. Xiao, go ahead.
Something Pink Floyd.
I no longer support Pink Floyd. Sorry. We'll
Are
get
there
into
any
that debate
vehicles on
later.
this expressway
Oh no! What
that
did they
Murphy
do?
can get?
Uh,
That Murphy can climb in the trunk and get stuck in.
oh yeah. Yeah, trunk. So Pink Floyd spoke out, saying that Taiwan belonged to the PRC, and so.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
Pink Floyd. Never mind. I apologize. Didn't know that. So thank you for the FYI.
Literally
They
last
can
week.
get stuffed in. They can get stuffed in the dark
Last
side of the moon.
Last week. Wow.
Well,
I'm going to give you a chance to look for a vehicle in just a moment, Camacho. Thank you for trying to keep me on track instead of getting me distracted by big flight. For Shao, what I would like you to do, please, is give me a intelligence and there's no education skill here. Shit. Intelligence science. And Camacho, roll me a perception survival.
I'm not actually trying to get Murphy stuck in the trunk of a vehicle.
We have -2s.
We do have -2s, yes. Do you want to use any retrospective -2s? Because you got a 6 and a 5.
Yeah, I'm really close. I didn't think I'd get that close. So, yeah, let's use 2 of those and pull 1 success out of that.
Oh my god, Rob! Rob, you didn't clear out any of the queue, dude.
I guess we get it all. Wait, no, they're probably the wrong draw.
Yeah, you want some
+2s?
+2s? I'll give you a bunch of +2s.
Fuck. Damn it, Rob.
I'm trying to find the one from our game. Let's see, 1 hour
Well, I think
ago.
John started us off.
There we go. Yes. So I'm gonna select all and then deselect our current ones. Click that. Hold on one moment. It is clearing out our queue. All right. So we are at 2 -2s right now. So you can use those 2 to retroactively reduce 1.
Yep.
Oh.
Pick up 1 success out of that.
okay, so just real quick to interject. Vampire, was it just Roger Waters, or was it all of Pink Floyd?
Roger Waters, but he's the spokesman for Pink Floyd.
He is the spokesman. Okay. Well, I will be looking out for solo projects or denouncements from the rest of the group.
Yeah.
So Other Sandman 3096, thank you very much for the 2 -2s. So that is the 5 brought down to a 3. So Shao, you have a successful successful science check on here. You remember from your schooling that you had been educated previously that Nanto itself used to be a landlocked area. So Nanto City used to be a landlocked area. And that it was a basin, and so very often water pollution, crazy weather, especially incoming typhoons, they would often get kind of trapped in what they call the central corridor, which goes all the way through central Nanto. And you can see that the mountains on either side of you, they no longer look like they had looked in the past, because the mountains out to the west seem to have been partially cratered, which has been where a lot of the water has come in from the Taiwan Strait. So the western mountains of Nantou, part of it has a massive dent and crater into it, likely from a nuclear weapon.
That would be closer to the ocean, right?
Yes. So that would
All right,
be
so that's
right
part of how they
over,
probably got in there.
right over here. If you guys see on the map. So I will actually drop a circle on here, and I will give it a yellow color so that you guys know that this is where it was located. So it is right here. So this is a, goodness gracious, that's not yellow, that was peach. So this right here is a very, very large crater that has indented its way into the mountains of Nantou. So that is what you remember.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like staring at it, like confused. It's like, I saw some of this stuff in our books. I don't think that big hole's supposed to be there, or the water. I wonder if they blew up the mountain. Stupid Chinese.
Stupid Chinese. All right. And then the second check was Camacho for perception survival. We got a 16 and a 14. Do you want to use any -2s from chat? We have 2 from nope. It's a pile from my players, and the next one is yours. So no retroactive. You do not see any cars in the immediate on ramp, and the vehicles that you do see.
I use luck.
You use luck? Okay, go ahead.
I'll use 2 luck.
Oh my god, alright. Let's see.
Hey, Minsky, check out the trunk.
Okay.
So you see a old car, mostly burned out. It does the doors are still intact. The trunk and the hood are still intact. The windows have been blown out. There is a skeleton inside. Yes, you've been requested to check out the trunk. Murphy, do you want to check out the trunk?
I will try to check out the trunk.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me luck survival.
Okay.
And yes, Vampire, what you are typing into chat is what I am referring to.
Minsky's like really puzzled.
Minsky is puzzled because Minsky thought you said Minsky, and now Murphy is doing the thing.
I said Minsky, but I meant Murphy.
All right, so Murphy.
It'd be harder to trap Dinsky in the trunk.
Yes, it would. Murphy, you walk up, and the latch on the trunk seems to be broken over years of corrosion, and it pops open. And you actually got 2 successes on that, which means that there are contents inside of the trunk. If it was no successes, you would have had a locked. If it was 1 success, it would have been empty. 2 successes, there is some items in there. So roll me a 1d10, please.
See, I had this feeling that we might get lucky.
Yeah, right. Yeah, totally. See, this is where in every single one of my classes, which means bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Wow. You did luck out. You pop open that trunk, and it seems as if this person was trying to respond to the conflict going on right now. And oh my god, what you find in the back of their trunk are 3 homemade grenades.
Any Colmex?
And so they are.
Let's go back to Geely.
Yeah, they are in there. There are 3 homemade grenades. They look as if they are still in decent order. They haven't been destroyed by the years of neglect. But yeah, there you go, 3 homemade grenades.
So they've been slathered in preservative?
I have no idea.
All right.
You consider KY jelly a preservative?
Hey, with enough lube, anything will fit.
Murphy can attest to that.
And in my case, blood is a lube too.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh, great. All right, what does Minsky have to take out this time?
No. I'm talking about the time that Minsky took it out.
Everybody.
Yeah. That. Oh, yeah. We heard you last night.
The thing Minsky has to take out now is Murphy. That is.
Well, I mean, Murphy
That is the worst thing I've heard in a long time.
Murphy is now carrying a bunch of grenades. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to take him out.
Please don't.
See, that's actually one thing that's always kind of been on the back of my mind, is that in video games, if you are attacking somebody who in their inventory has ammunition or explosives and you blow them up, What is stopping the ammunition or explosives on their person from also exploding? Like, shouldn't they just, like, go, like, bloody mess in Fallout and just...
I do know there was, I can't remember which game, but there was one where if you did, like if something was locked and you tried getting into it and you blew it up, it destroyed what was inside. Also, if somebody was carrying something and you blew them up, it would either damage or destroy, there was a chance it would damage or destroy what they had on them.
Sounds like one of the Metro games. Maybe Metro. I'm not sure.
I don't think it was Metro.
I think it was
I
Super
didn't play
Racer.
Metro. It may have been Call of Pripyat, the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that the
Stalker?
spin-off of Call of Duty?
No.
Oh God, no! It's
Call of
the
Duty Wishes.
Russian version of Fallout.
Yeah. Stalker.
Yeah, Stalker. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
They're coming out with
Oh,
Stalker
yeah.
2! They're almost done!
Yep.
I can't wait! And now that the Russians are actually in Chernobyl now too, it'll be historically accurate.
Yep.
F's in chat for everybody in Ukraine. I'm sorry, folks.
Yep.
Kind of just F's in chat in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this entire conversation.
Yeah. Shooting a box of bullets, for example, doesn't really do much except damage a few of the rounds. But wouldn't that set off the gunpowder inside of the
Not
bullets?
always.
Or are they that non-reactive? Have we done that good with manufacturing now?
Well, I mean, so if you heat it enough, then like you can get it to combust, right? And if you hit it where it's supposed to, then it'll go off, right? But
Yeah, like the primer.
if you just like shoot a box of bullets, there's a good chance you're just hitting like lead from other bullets and casings, you know?
It's like this programming from, action films and whatnot, where like you can't drop a lit cigarette
Yeah,
on
on
a
gasoline.
puddle of gasoline and expect it to light.
Yeah, Vampire, thank you. Mythbusters.
Oh,
I actually remember that episode now, thank you. Yeah, they also shut the gas tank. I remember that. And it didn't blow up the car, and I was so upset. I'm like, damn it, I thought GTA was real. I wanted the thing to explode. But yeah, so...
He's so bad about that.
I know, it's... Or like dropping a car off the side of a cliff, and then it hits anything, and then just... And I'm like... Because they showed as well that like those are all gasoline or kerosene explosions. They're not actual explosions. Or like every movie that's ever made, real explosions don't look like that. And I'm just like, wow, that is really interesting. So yeah, as a lot of
It's
you,
so anticlimactic.
I know real life sucks sometimes. It's just so boring. Give us more fire.
I want to correct your statement to all the time.
All the time. That was it. Sorry. So as a lot of you are up on this kind of this elevated roadway, you stumble across this car. You open it up. You find yourself those 3 grenades, and ahead of you, you can see this long, very winding stretch of road that seems to meander its way north. Among the road, you can see that there is debris, the years and years and years of zero shade from the sun, the subsequent earthquakes that happened after the Great War, as well as just general, elements. It has been cracking and some pieces falling apart. And so what I need all of you to do right now is please give me a athletics agility check to make sure that you don't step on anything that may fall out underneath your feet. Minsky, you don't have to worry about this.
Should I roll for Hansel?
Hansel would be sure-footed enough not to, so I would say don't worry about it.
Cool beans.
I've already been enough of a dick to my players' NPCs. I'm gonna be a little bit nicer this time because it's a puppy.
I
Oh,
said
yes,
puppy.
you
I said
basically
puppy
promised.
in like a general. He's a full-grown dog.
I mean, yeah. All right. Wow, double successes from everybody. A 2, a 6, an 8, a 4, and a... Holy shit. All right. I think this is the first time ever that every member of our team has gotten full successes. So, literally, like, little round of applause. I'm actually going to give you guys a small little reward for that because that's kind of surprising. As the lot of you are making your way down the road, you see what seems to be the leftovers of somebody who was attempting to direct traffic, a police officer who was attempting to direct traffic. On their body, you can see that there is a hard hat that is still functional. So this cop was wearing one of those like neon little hard hat things. And on his person, there is a dirty water, as well as a 10mm pistol.
Hey, we finally found a good one.
Nice.
Explain?
Huh? What?
Nothing.
Explain?
Nothing.
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 So who wants what?
Yes, there is a.
Murphy, do you have a 10mm pistol?
I do have a 10mm pistol.
All right.
Dirty water, hard hat, and 10mm.
I am
What?
not in need of any of those.
Open up, Minsky.
Hey, Macho, do you have a helmet or headgear or
Macho.
protection?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Camacho, you read my mind. That dirty water isn't going to do anyone any good unless, you know,
Unless
I
we
ran it
filter it
the old
through you.
system.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we like putting liquids into you.
Okay, when you word it like that, you are off my clean water for a week.
No, I'm sorry.
Drink.
Kitty.
Kitty.
Apparently, I need it.
So you guys, divided up amongst you however you so wish. As you are all heading down, you have been sure-footed well enough as you are going down the road. And let us see. As you are going down, now another hour has passed. It's a little bit later in the day. So we're at about 1400 now. No, we're at 15 because we're at 3 hours now traveling. So the lot of you have made your way a pretty decent amount up the road, and you can start to see that the city, like the city proper, a little bit in the distance. You are elevated above it. You're kind of almost against the mountains with the guard railing on the right, the city on the left, as well as that massive crater still a little bit to the north. But you can see as you are going that ahead of you, there's a roadblock. There seems to have been some kind of road blockage, either of some kind of fence or a traffic accident or possibly a police blockade. You are not sure. So if anybody wants to make a perception check to look ahead, or you can just directly approach it. What would you like to do?
Perception what?
I'll do a perception.
Perception survival.
I'll let Minsky.
Is there still a Raven -2 in chat?
There are, in fact, a Stink Palm and a Raven -2 in chat.
All right, well, I will take one of those. Absolutely, absolutely.
I can assist.
Assist in perception?
Yeah, you know, she just like she grabs
Grabs
hold
one
of
of
like
your
my
eye
eye
stalks.
stalks and like
Aims it.
Right.
We'll just put some like iron sights on top of your eye stalks for us to aim them.
That would be awesome.
I climb on top of Minsky. Like,
I don't think I can hold. I think Minsky's carry weight is 50 pounds, so unless you are a small child, I'm sorry.
Does that mean you could carry the dog?
I I think theoretically, yes, I could carry the dog.
All right, actually, here, hold on 1 second. Let's put this to rest right meow. Roll me a 1d100. This is gonna be the
Right,
size
meow.
of the dog in pounds.
Oh, please get like a 5.
It's a little chihuahua.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh shit!
crap.
88. All right, so this is like a fucking like
Mastiff?
yeah, like a mastiff crossbred with a Taiwan Mountain Dog. So I'm actually gonna
Yeah,
put
this is
that-
like a
Pretty big
young
dog.
Great Dane.
Yeah.
A small bear.
This,
Yeah.
Hansel is a Newfie.
a what?
He's a Newfoundland dog.
Ooh.
Not sure.
I'll look up a
Very,
picture quick.
very,
put it
very
in the-
delicious.
No,
Lots of
they're
meat on that
precious,
thing.
not delicious.
Those words are interchangeable.
I met Precious.
So
I'm
body
so
weight,
concerned for all of you.
88 pounds. That would be roughly 40 kg. And then our breed is Taiwan
Sorry, Rob, if you're still listening.
Mountain Dog. And what is it that you're trying to mix it with? Was it
A
mask?
Newfoundland dog. Hold on, I'm trying to like copy an image and send it to the Discord.
All right. Well, it is now saved. Body weight 88 pounds. Breed Taiwan Mountain Dog and a Newfoundland Dog. And for anybody who is in our viewership, Newfoundland Dog, Google. These guys, oh my god, they're beefy. All right, so it kind of
This
looks
was an
like
escapee from one of the exotic
Oh.
foods.
Never mind, that is literally just a paste of what the dog is supposed to look like.
that is literally that's the picture of the dog. that we have as your
Hold on, I've got a
whatchamacallit.
good one. I've got a good one.
If you eat the dog, I'll use my channel points and spawn 3 super mutant behemoths to the party. Not just political.
I was
To
being
the party or against the party?
funny,
on the party.
to be clear.
On the party, so literally like the super mutant behemoth just descends Bethesda style from the sky and just lands on you.
Ooh.
It's like a giant accidentally hit you and then you flew 2 kilometers into the air and descended back down. It just works. It just
I
works.
was merely being morbidly funny.
Morbid humor? There's no space for morbid humor in our grim dark. What are you talking about?
It's morbid time.
It is morbid. It is always morbid time here. Yeah, that was the same website. So Newfoundland dog breed. So there you go, folks. It looks kind of like that, but slightly more apocalyptic, shaggy. So yeah, big pupper.
It's not far.
Oh, he's such a big boy.
Yes, and it weighs 88 pounds, 40 kilos, pretty hefty. So what was?
We need to
Cannot
find you a
carry
push
him
for that thing.
under any circumstance.
Yes, you will be unable to carry him. So your perception, my God, I was trying to remember where the hell I got derailed from. Fuck. So your perception check was successful. It's like 10-minute. You can see ahead of you that there was a barricade that was built up with some old world fences. You are not sure from your current vantage point if it was done recently or if this was pre-war. But you can see ahead of you there are pre-war fences that were set up and a roadblock is or was constructed, either present or past. You do not know. And there
Can you
seems to
send
be a
your puppy ahead?
lineup of cars.
Absolutely not. I barely even trained the sweet boy.
I could creep up there.
I think we should maybe kind of all proceed forward, but with caution.
Cautious? I'm in agreement with Minsky.
Maybe not go right up to the front gate, but, come in from the side. Try to get a vantage point that we can glean some information from.
What'd you find, Hansel? What'd you find?
One second.
Most of that did not get picked up in the mic.
Oh. That's the sound the dog makes. What the fuck?
I don't know if this is a dog anymore.
Well, I mean, it is a big beastie boy. So, yeah, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to proceed ahead? What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna withdraw, or I'm gonna draw my boomstick, and if we want to advance, we advance.
I'll go along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna pull out one of my javelins, just in case I need it.
I just want to say, chat, you are all monsters for suggesting that we eat the dog. How dare you? It's
God, I love
Minsky's
having a
sweet
soundboard.
Boy. How could you do this?
Well, we don't.
I'd
we're not
say
gonna
it's
just
more
eat it
savory.
for no reason.
I definitely say it's more savory.
Savory!
I said
Oh,
I actually
Jesus.
said nothing about eating the dog. I was
Yeah,
joking.
no. Camacho's good. Camacho's good. Stink Palm, you're on watch.
What? It's not like Thanksgiving or anything right now. I mean, we need a special occasion to eat something that good.
Yeah.
I wants to fatten him up
jeez.
first.
This is the worst perk I could have taken, apparently.
I guess, yeah.
Worst
Aw.
or best?
It's not
No,
working. I was
worse.
trying to get. I almost had it
You can
perfectly
eat
timed to do that. To the
Every level.
Everyone else is tying freaking bibs around their neck.
You can eat your dog every level. It says that if he dies, when you get a new level, either you get a new dog or you get a new.
No, not even new level, new adventure.
Yeah.
Every time we have a new
new
mission.
Yeah.
See?
So, like, you can just eat him occasionally, and then just get him back, name him the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine how much love we'll have for Hansel 7.3.
Yo, there's only so many German folklore myths I can pull from.
I'm trying to get this to work. Why is this not working? Maybe this one.
You guys
will.
are so wrong. Oh my god.
My sound effects do not want to cooperate with me after I did the wah wah. Oh my god, now they're coming through. Holy shit, there's going to be a lot of sound effects coming through, guys. My apologies. Holy shit, there we go. This is what I was looking for. That's what you guys get for going on a rant about eating dogs. So maybe we're finally up to... Because my computer's running a little slow right now. Let's see. Will this work correctly now? Without a delay. No, because that was supposed to be... There we go. Alright, so it's still a little bit of a delay. That's fine.
I'm still only hearing eerie, like, wind sounds.
There was supposed to be a laser...
Nope.
I heard it. It's okay.
I run Sirenscape off my phone, which is currently dead at the moment, so I have not been on Sirenscape this whole session.
Mm,
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not working for me either.
Aww.
yeah.
But
It-
I'm creating a mind palace of what I think your descriptions sound like.
Is anybody here running
It sounds pretty
Sirenscape right
good.
now?
I'm running it.
I'm
Okay,
running it, but
there you
all
go.
I have is eerie sound.
Did you hear the huzzah?
I'm running it, but I'm not hearing anything.
What the balls? Are you guys connected to the right
I'll-
one?
I keep hearing a
Oh my
dog
God.
periodically.
Yes, Violent Neon will hear sounds out of sync until you restart the current mood. I am so sorry. I didn't know that you were... Okay, I didn't know you were out of sync. So I'm going to click stop right now.
Oh. Okay.
Because, yeah, you're hearing, like, 2 sound sets ago.
Oh, lovely.
I've been connected, but I hear nothing.
Now I hear little like storm in the distance.
Okay, there you go. You're up to date.
Cool.
And you should now be able to hear. Let's see if we can get it up to speed. Counting the lag.
Still just hearing the wind. Well, new wind. This is like little wet wind.
Wet wind
Yep.
is the sound I make after eating too much spicy food.
Oh wow. Okay, finally got it.
18-second delay. Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay, well that okay, at least it's working now. Let's switch it over to this guy. No, it's not
That
raining.
switched right away. Oh. Sounds like an ominous hallway.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to select through to make sure it's running correctly. Now we've got the one that I was trying to get running in the first place. Cool. So, a lot of you have made your way north, and you see this blockade. You guys said you were going to approach it. Just go there.
Yeah.
All right. Who is in front? What is going
Not
to
it.
be?
I'll go in front.
Because it's time for me to find out where our stack up is going to be. So, all right, you're volunteering to go in front. All right, so Xiao's in the front. Who's behind Xiao?
Yeah. All right. Since I'm going in front, I'm going to pull a throwing knife and my fancy sword.
I think Shao, Camacho, me, then Minsky.
Just trying
Sure,
to
yeah, works for me.
get our stack up.
Nothing like a metal caboose.
Metal caboose with
that
your
thunder.
reserve food supply.
And the thunder thrusters.
We got to get a better nickname.
No. No, it's good. You're fine.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, no need for substitutions.
Mm-mm.
All right, so up ahead, you guys all can now see what seems to be this very, very large barrier and fence that was set up. You do not see anybody currently there. I'm going to put this out here. That is not filled in. There we go. So you see this pretty large, very wide barrier ahead of you. It looks as if it was a fence that is of pre-war make. You can see that there are two openings, one for either direction of the traffic, but the actual gracious. But there are seemingly gates that have been kind of pulled down. Just those little, you know how those things are. The little swingy arms. What are those called?
Sure, yeah.
So do these two openings either
Hey,
look like
anyone in
tight
chat?
fits?
All the channel points, if you can name it, without Googling. No one knows. They're just the arm things.
Swingy arms. It's not letting me move the item. What is going on? I can expand. There we go. There we go. Whatever. Okay, it's just gonna be picky. Wow, this one will move. Okay, jeez. Rude. I'm just gonna copy and paste. There we go. Copy paste always works. Students, don't do that. So yes, there are these little arm gates that have come down on either direction of the traffic when you run across it. Other than that, the gates themselves seemed to be again abandoned, and you don't see any individuals that are there. There are cars that are listed, or sorry, there are cars in both directions that have stopped up there, and the once inhabitants of those vehicles do not seem to be alive anymore. You are 2 zones away right now. This is what you can see.
Do you want me to see if I can find any more junk in some trunks?
A swing gate. Yes, it's a swing gate.
That's much more boring than I was hoping it would be.
But it goes both ways.
I mean, it'd be lame if it didn't go both ways. All right, that's my last
So
drop
I
of
have to
coffee.
announce I will be dropping out of this campaign. That was the pun that broke me.
The pun that broke you. Bye jokes. It wasn't anything else. It was the bye jokes. So we've got this barricade
It's just a swinger joke.
that's up ahead. What are y'all gonna do?
Minsky will direct Hansel to kind of take the flank. Is that a thing I can do? It's kind of
Bork.
sure. Not sure what I was trying to accomplish there. Just doing a thing. But yeah, just to have a watchful eye on the sort of sideline to see if anyone's sort of tucked behind cover waiting to ambush us.
One second. I'm trying to get some things up on here, but Roll20 is not cooperating. On that wonderful note of Roll20 never cooperating with me properly, I've been in contact with our wonderful Rob Mulligan, and very soon we are going to be switching on over to Fantasy Grounds, hopefully by next week. So,
To jump ship,
Awesome.
boys.
yep, finally get off of Roll20. I'm gonna try this one more goddamn time. I am getting irritated. Let's do.
While you're doing that was awesome. Vampire.
It was awesome.
Vampire's comment.
Okay. I can't. Hold on. He said bye because of the bye puns. Yes. So ahead of you, you see this roadblock. Again, there are cars that are lined up, and I'm going to stack these on up because finally Roll20 is cooperating with me. And you can see that one of the cars had attempted to crash their way through the barricade, and it is literally smashed into the side of this fence. What are you all going to do? By jokes aside.
Oh man, that's a lot of potential junk. I'm gonna start with that first trunk and see if I can get in it.
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna wrestle my way into it.
Go ahead and roll me luck survival.
All right.
All right. Not only is it unlocked, but there are contents inside. Roll me 1d10.
Oh yeah.
Why did our Sirenscape stop? Come on.
Or testing.
This is under my mood. And the mood should be a loop. But when I click on it again... Hold on, I'm gonna refresh this. So
I hear
did you roll?
music. Well, I hear wind, or more like a like
9.
air whistle type thing. Go.
I'm refreshing right now, so I will see what it's selected. So 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's other. So inside of the trunk of this vehicle, holy shit, you find a doctor's bag.
Holy shit!
And you can see that inside of the driver's seat is a man in a very much so wrecked out doctor's coat, and in the back seat you can see that there are what were his passengers splayed out amongst the back seat. So this person seemed to have been trying to assist people in getting them to safety and was not successful in such.
Or was he a doctor who lost his license and these were his patients and he was a secret serial killer?
Nobody knows.
Hey, Minsky, will these tools help you? Because you've been a pretty good doctor for me. Will these aid you any, or would we be better to sell it? Or
hold on. Is there like some sort of check I can do on these tools to see if I recognize them?
Intelligence and medicine.
You don't want them, I'll take them.
I think Minsky can use them to heal us. You, I think, would use them to hurt us.
No, well, it depends
You
on the
don't know how
situation.
Minsky would use tools like these.
I said I'd like to believe.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right. Good idea. A
I'll
16
have you
and a
know
20.
I'm a fairly decent.
A fairly decent. What's the noun in this?
Medic, I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Both start with M's.
No!
Oh shit!
Oh, goodness.
I snap the tools in the maws of my claw.
So intelligence medicine, we got a 16 and a 20, and the reroll brought another 20 crit fail. As you reach into the doctor's bag, you seem to damage several of the tools that are contained within. So give me 1 second. I'm going to look up...
Can I just say that Minsky probably caught, like, a glimpse of what was in the medical bag, and maybe kind of intentionally fucked it all up?
All right, sure. That's fine if you want to say intentionally. So the doctor's bag, the description: reduce the difficulty of medicine tests by 1, minimum 0 when providing long-term care, allows care of up to 2 patients. The second part of that clause is now removed. So it will not improve how many people can be taken care of at the same time, but it can reduce the difficulty of a medicine test. Seems as if as Minsky reached his claw in there, he put the wrong claw in. He decided to, or accidentally, cough cough, put in his saw hand and went into the bag. As you can see some of this stuff floating out.
Oh shit! I was so focused
And you're not
on
supposed to use
Hansel.
that hand.
I know. I'm sorry. I was just... Hansel's really been distracting me lately. I haven't had a companion like this in quite some time. I used the wrong hand. Please forgive me.
Okay, I will for now, but please be more careful, and please don't. I mean, I trust you with that saw because that's what you used on me, and I'm still here, so I appreciate it.
I'm good at what I do. I do. Please, it's okay. I'm sorry. It was an honest mistake.
So, I don't know if I think you are good at what you do. I don't know if this would help you, but Camacho, you were saying that you have medic experience.
Been helping out, so
Do what?
I've helped out with some of our
Here,
triage and
why don't you take this? That way you both have assistance with the skills that you're able to provide. Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good. Murphy, could I talk to you in private for a second?
Sure.
And I sort of walk or hover over to the side with Murphy.
Okay.
Murphy, I'm great at what I do.
I agree.
Don't ever fucking undermine me again.
When did I undermine you? I apologize. I didn't mean to.
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Okay.
Okay.
supposed to be the crazy one.
Got it.
Great. Glad we're on the same page. So anyway,
So yeah,
I like it.
let's go check that next trunk.
I like it.
Let's see if I can find some more junk.
Maybe we should see if there's anybody at like the gate and make sure that like we're not going to get jumped.
Wouldn't you like to see if there's any junk in the trunk?
I mean,
Well,
Yeah, I
there
mean,
could
you're
be
pretty
junk
good
up
at
in that
finding
trunk.
junk. You got a lot of junk out of that vendor stall.
See if
Hey,
we
some
can
of that was
get
really good stuff. Oh
Right,
yeah.
and so is this. I mean, come on. I think, let's put our resources together and we can get a lot of junk out of these trunks.
Oh yeah. Camacho. I got this, and I give Camacho the damaged holotape because I know you have a holotape player. So
It's damaged, so why would I put that in the player?
We might be able to get some bits out of it.
it's
Or that's
mostly
part
not
of it.
damaged.
Yeah. Or maybe you'll be able to repair it.
Put it in the doctor's bag for later.
Camacho, you have a doctor's bag?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Oh.
Hang it off the back of my wheelchair.
Oh, that would have been quite a coinky dink, 'cause I've been having to carry all this shit around in my lab coat for so long.
That's what all the clanking was. I was wondering what that was.
Oh yeah, I'm fairly certain I've probably injected more than a few people with the little pieces of microglass. But
Everybody's
hey,
filled
what
with
are you gonna do?
microbeads anyway. It's okay.
That's why Murphy's been walking around like itching and he's got various red sores all over.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's why.
That's totally the reason why. Alright,
Next trunk.
Yep, you're going on up to the next trunk. Go ahead and roll me same thing, luck survival. And as you pass the vehicle, Minsky, you can see inside of the vehicle, the one in the back, the man who was in a doctor's coat. You can see the kind of a faded out ID tag that's pinned on the guy's lapel, and you can see it says Nanto General Hospital on it.
Yeah, I'll grab that tag.
Okay. Murphy.
We'll just bust out the window.
And there's no window. It's broken at this point.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'm gonna just reach it.
Like, Murphy, you attempt to open up the back trunk. It is unlocked, but you can see that the second vehicle there is the trunk is empty. What is left in there is of no use.
Well, shucks. Well, we have more. Do any of you want to search some trunks, or?
Yeah, well, Murphy's doing that. I'm going to creep up to the actual gate and like make sure that there's nobody around or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to sneak up there.
All right, give me a sneak agility. Perfect, thank you. So 1, And then... All right. So you make your way up, and once you get to about the third car, as you're sneaking your way up, you feel yourself get like stopped or snagged on something, and when looking back over your shoulder, you can see that hanging on to the shoulder of your vest that you're wearing is a feral ghoul arm, and it is latched onto you, and you can hear it go and try pulling itself through the window as you pass. And this, folks, is where we are going to stop our session for today. As you are making your way down, again, you have this feral ghoul trying to pull itself out of the window as it latches onto your shoulder. Let me drop in.
Nice.
There we go, an enemy camp. Right, yeah. All right. So, folks, we're going to do our outros, and we're going to make our way out of here. Let's start from the last first. So go ahead, Violet Neon.
Hey everybody, I am Violent Neon. I have been your very confused and feeling a little threatened by his robot companion, Wander, Murphy. And when I'm not here every Friday, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon.
All right, thank you much. Tracy.
Yep, I'm Tracy, your Steampunk 007, and it's been great playing Xiao, the girly, ghouly teenager, and causing a little bit of chaos. So it was good to get back and play this week, finally.
Yes.
Agreed.
John, go for it.
Everyone, I am John. I am so stoked to be back in the role of the newly anointed dog father, of maybe a bit overprotective, and nurse handybot Minsky. You can find me here pretty much every Friday. Other Sandman 3096 in the chat. You can find me lurking on the Cybernation Uncensored Discord as Johnny Drop. And I also do have a SoundCloud at Arxen if you'd like to check that out. I'm going to stop saying coming soon because that just leads to disappointment.
Nurse Handsybot.
But coming soon.
Coming soon. Wonderful. Hey, take your time. Art takes time. It's all good.
Agreed.
And
Perfection.
Raven, go for it.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I have had the pleasure of playing Camacho, the very handy, capable Merc Survivor tonight. You can catch me here every Friday for Fallout Asia, and usually every Saturday. Slight hiatus for Team Nevermore on Saturdays with GM Rob Mulligan. We will be back to streaming on the 27th. I'm also working on my High Riders campaign. I'm finishing up my supplement and should be selecting players, or a few new players to the players that I've already selected for the coming campaign. So be on the lookout. They're coming. Thank you.
I'm very much so looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to music coming from our John. I'm looking forward to further supplements coming from our wonderful Stink Palm, and I'm looking for further ridiculousness coming from our Violent Neon. When it comes to all of my players here, I am always looking forward to our sessions because I love playing with you, all the four of you. And I love being here on Twitch and on Discord here with all of you. I am saying this right now because it's been a couple of weeks and I've been running into some personal issues, but in the end, being back just puts a smile back on my face. So I'm glad to be here, folks. We are back, and I will be updating everybody with our future dates that we are going to be having off and any possible changing time slots, because schedules are crazy. Being an adult is hard. So keep your eye out for that. Check out cybernationuncensored.com for the supplements, including our Fallout Asia one, which has our timeline for Australis, who was asking a little bit earlier. You can find the perchance generators that I've created over on my Reddit thread. All of them are linked there. You can check out my other links on Linktree. You can catch me as well as Vampire Bites, hopefully tomorrow, for our Fallout 2D20 Pacific Northwest campaign. And our music was provided by Base Ape Records. Wonderful sound effects today comes from Sirenscape, and hopefully next week we will be on Fantasy Grounds. Yeah! Everybody, have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you all next week. Bye!
Bye!
Cybernation Uncensored.